My name is Patrick Ekom, 32 years of age, a born of Kumi district. I have 6 children and I'm a subsistence farmer, growing crops purposely for family consumption. How I came to have 6 children is that my wife did not know how to calculate her days. Because for her, she could tell me, maybe today I'm not on danger, these days I'm not on danger, kumbe she's on danger. So when we go into the game, we find out she's pregnant. So we just kept on like that. Because me, it was hard for me to calculate for her. So we just found ourselves within that short period of time we reached 6 children, which is now very hard to take care of. When they fall sick, it forces me to borrow money from these savings for treatment. So I find life very hard. At times, to get money for treating, maybe you have to scoop something from the house, maybe granules, to sell. At times we sell cassava for treatment, which is really bad for me. Life has been hard. When you talk about feeding, we have been feeding on the local greens, marantas, and this local one from cowpeas, and it's called ebo in our language. And if it is to change a diet for them, I change with the silverfish. That is how I've been surviving here. How I came to know this vasectomy, I heard it over the radio with someone called Amon, and that was in a top radio, one of our local radios. After that program, I shared with my wife. I talked to her that, my wife, I think this will work for me if I saved myself, because I think I'm the causer. I'm the one who always pregnates you. Why don't I go for it to save you from getting pregnant all the time? And she was like, are you not going to miss everything? Are you not going to lose because you will weaken via sex? Then I told her, no, I will talk to the experts. They will explain to me. But when I talked to those people, they advised me and they told me what is happening today, that I will not weaken my manhood. She received the idea. So she chose it and she advised me. I went for it. What inspired me to take on vasectomy is that if I really did it, it was going to help me. I will be able to save and even to feed those ones that I have produced. Since I did it is now some 2 months past, but I have not felt any. Only that very day, and I felt some pain, and after that pain went, I have no problem again. I walk well, I can even ride. My life has changed because right now we can also plan in the house. Because when you look behind the other side, at least I've started putting there something, and I know that house will be there for, if God helps me to finish it, it will be there for the children. But before that, I never had any plan of putting even a brick in this home. So one of these days I'm very free. I'm very sure that my wife cannot conceive, and we can now start planning within home how to develop this home. Think of saving some money to put those children maybe in 1 year next year. We shall be putting one to start studying in private schools, and we shall be putting them one by one. If I had not gone for this vasectomy, I was going to produce and die very poor. The situation that I was in was not a good situation. I lived with 1 trouser, 2 shirts, whatever little coin that you get. Children demand for 100 shillings, they demand for bread. When you get 1,000, you have to change their diet. You have to buy silverfish for them. And that was the way to feed them. When I talked to my friends, some of them were believing, some of them were not believing. But so far, 2 of them accepted, and I even took them and they also worked on, and they're also feeling well. I encourage all men to take this vasectomy because it is one way that will save them to begin planning for their families, like the way I have now started planning with my wife. And in future, also planning to put up a house for us that we can sleep, and that will be good for us because we are not again worried of producing children like that. I call upon all men in Uganda at large to join vasectomy because it will be one way for us to save for ourselves and for the future. And I'm proud of being a member of vasectomy. It is going to work for me and I'm seeing changes. Now I'm beginning to widen my brain and to plan for my family and for myself.
I'm Sempira Gerard. I'm a teacher by profession, but at the same time, I'm a farmer. I'm 46 years old. I'm married, I have 1 wife with 5 children. Originally, I wanted to do catering because I was given a place at MUBS. Then I stopped because somebody discouraged me and went for National Teachers College. Then from there, jobs were not easy. I even tried joining the army, did not go well. I went back to the classroom, and that's where, of course, I've been for like the last 10 years. And I'm even planning to settle down and do serious agriculture. One of the challenges that I was having was how to raise my children, because one, they need school fees, and they need medical, clothing, and of course, the economic resource to me was very small, and I wanted to limit producing more because it would make me able to give them the necessary help, the necessary support, the necessary care that they would get as my children. When I told my wife about vasectomy, she of course at first she was very apprehensive and she did not agree wholesomely. But after we had discussed for long, then she agreed that I should go on. Byebagamba si bituufu. Ekisooka, omusajja asobola kukola emirimu gye kuba oba tokyalina kutya nti ogenda mukazi ogenda mufunisa olubuto. I'm proud of the decision which I took because one, I'm not worried about the production of any more child or children. What I'm planning after this is, of course, one is caring about my children and giving them the best education that I can afford, and doing some developments like upgrading my plantation. I'm happy I did vasectomy and it has changed my life drastically.
Amazina banyita MC Ephraim ndiyo mushije mufumbo nyine omukyara wanje tuyina abana 9 kandi turi abahingi. Tukaba tuyina urukiko a project ya Compassion hiziramu ba amo naba bari kushomesa kitongore ekyo. Ekitongore ekyo kikaba kiri cyaro cyande Uganda barugamba abashija kabona bunka abarukubasa kucyendezo kuzara mu Uganda. Kuna bihurire nakibuza omunonga ahwenki nyewe ni nzara kandi hari abashija bakubasa kusharesha cyo kuzara kakoma. Ko naharize kutunga agamakoro nayishara munyenka kunikiriza kushara nijana mushanga namugambira namujyati nyunaza kushara tincyenda kuzara turikiraho tarakitwire nkanshonga yikiriza kubana woni cyabire nayenda nabwo kiko nakigambire kandi wo yashemerwa yakikiriza naganira na Amoni yangambire mitwarize yansigira hirare kandi nkikiriza kwegita kitongore cyaro cyandi no gukora vasectomy kunga kucyora kwanje ukabaguriye umushomo agwaye baresera project. Chaji nkozi vasectomy cyakire ikintu kimwe no manyo abantu turana mu kazi no tarakumanya bwaragerenda no bwarareke kuza kukikora vasectomy nkabantu merende yintetekatishire no mu kazi era no kuzara abana kusya babona no kugira ngo nikibaho tarakumanya ngo waza yeroza kuvuga n'iki n'iki kinabe nintina yo kare ntakagikozere nkabana nintina unanyitaba nkabo nkabara feelings kunka ina kikorire tine cyashaziraho era ko nashanyira kitine kiri kushara amagara ganje natore n'abatahibanye abe nashazire ba nyine mukazi tuyine dembe kwe Buganda yitwayenda tino rukutina mutayo manyanaza kugerenda aho naho cyo kikargaho abana turiyo turebera abo kandi tuborege ikibintu kimwe rarikiriza nawe kikarugaho so haten tugarantu yekunda atire kikututeme ecyo kututemesa ngo twatina kuza yakubantu zo kushanga yibi. Ate shaheji nyano mchara wanye twine plan yitu kugira ngo torra abana ababitwine tubakozeje tubashomese esente zibere nizishora umukoborora zibase ko nazabashomesa no kubareberera rero nyensya nani nyenda kugambira abagenzi banje banywane banje ebiba kuteka ngo biriyo ebiruko batenisa kuzayo tine kiriyo tukantu teka ngo hariyo kushasha ayi barashare ninza kushasha kunka tariyo busasi bwona tariyo kizibu cyeru kuvuga nayo munimba habura abagenzi banje ukushara n'ikirungi ikibakumira amagaraganyo kibakumira obusinge bwanyu hatari mu kwerarikirira amagiza genko baha kwegita company tubase gukora Uganda eyituruko basa.
Call me Madira Pastore. I'm 51 years old now. I started my career in Iruba Primary School. I stopped in Primary 7. I did not go further because of poverty. Since my father was not originated here, I look forward for my future. I feel that if I continue to produce more, I will end in poverty more than my father ended. Then I feel to go for vasectomy. The reason why I went for vasectomy is only the land which I settled is too small. Even it cannot be 7 acres, it cannot reach there. And already I have 6 children. For me, I don't like to be my father. I want my children at least to reach to O level. That is the lowest level which I'm looking for. Right now, I've already gone beyond of that. That is why I go for vasectomy. And my children, I've already talked with them. I told them I've already done a mistake. They must not do this again. So when I told to my wife to go for vasectomy, she did not react to me bad, because first of all, I talk about my challenges which we faced at home. We were nothing on hand. We did not have anything, and we have children, and we want to educate these children. She agreed with me because I tell him a lot of stories first, then I go for vasectomy. If I could not do this vasectomy, up to now I cannot put the development structures like this. Before I did not do this vasectomy, I have challenges. I have a little land. I don't have enough money to pay school fees, and the problem of medical care was even there. Then after, when I go for vasectomy, I feel now fair. I used to save now money. I used to pay now school fees. And the problem of medical care is not now burden. I just feel this thing I can handle now. I have now a dream. I feel in future my children will do something for survival. I continue to mobilize men to join vasectomy. Let them not fear family planning or vasectomy. Let them support family planning for the better future. Right now I'm talking, if you reach there at RHU, they called me men champions, because when I mobilize them like this, I take them there. Right now I'm talking, I have taken there about 7, 8 men there for vasectomy. When I ask them what is now going on, when they have already operated, they say they are feeling okay, as I did. And on ground there, they're working even good. They're working okay.
The future plan is to have not only 600 men that are doing vasectomy, but to have thousands, millions of men that can work in any facility, any health center, any hospital, and demand for these services. The future plan is to have every man be an advocate of family planning services, family planning information, creating up a friendly environment whereby all this can be discussed, and also every health center can have at least a service they can give to their community members, to the different people. The future plan is to have as many champions in Uganda, in Africa, in East Africa, so that they can look at Uganda as a model country where they can borrow lessons from on how men can be engaged in family planning services, and also them being strong champions of family planning.
We hope to scale up next year and cover the whole country, such that wherever a man is, that man can actually access our services. And we're just calling upon the men, if you are tired of giving birth, but of course you want to continue enjoying having your sex. If you are not tired of giving birth, you don't have many children, but you've seen the burden that your colleague has gone through. If you're a young man with swag who wants a small, manageable family, Men Plus is here for you.
we now want to see even young men like me who are like, you know what, I have 2 children, I have 3 children, I think this is, I'm done. So I have to start focusing on how I'm going to raise up my family better, how I'm going to provide for my family. And the right thing to do is to tell their spouses or their darlings or their loves or their wife of like, you know what, I think for me, I've stopped here, let me go for vasectomy. We want to see energetic men like that. We want to see also health centers be accommodative for men at 30, 31, 32 like me. Don't look at me of like, hey, what are you looking for? We have to break down those stereotypes that are around vasectomy and other family planning services.